Hi everyone and welcome to part 3 of Whimsical Snail House. If you haven't checked the first 2 parts, I highly recommend you watch them. In this video, I will show you all the little details and finishing touches I added to my snail house. As usual, I will include all the lists of products and materials I used, as well as links to them in the description box. I use a silicone mold and air drying clay to create nuts and acorns, but of course you can use natural products if you have them. I slightly push a small amount of air drying clay into the silicone mold and press together 2 halves to dry. Using a dry branch and heads of acorns, I'm going to create a small candle holder. In order to create candles, I'm going to use 2-element epoxy material called green stuff putty. I simply mix it until I get unanimous substance and then roll it to get the candles. I stick black wire inside to mimic the burned candle wick. Then I leave it to dry for a day. When the candles are dry, I clip out the excess wire and give it a good coat of white gesso. Then I cover it with acrylic paint. I also paint acorns and give them a dry brush with lighter color. I hot glue the candles inside the acorns. Then I add a little bit of stabilized moss mixed with PVA glue. The PVA will make moss more sturdy. Basically, that's it for the candle holder. Next, I will be making a little wood pile. I cut dried branches and wrap them in Sisal fiber. I fix everything with hot glue. For the broom, I cut pieces of artificial grass, hot glue them to the end of the stick, and wrap in Sisal fiber. I have decided to make a fashionable top hat for our snail. I wrap carcasses in wire and hot glue cardboard pieces all over it. Then I paper mash it to give it a finer look. When it's dry, I paint it brown. I've made tiny cylinders from cardboard, attached metallic jewelry rings, and painted those gold. Then I glue them onto the head to give it a more steampunk look. Recently, I have discovered a fun and easy way of making mushrooms. All you have to do is cut a piece of wire, add a little bit hot glue on it and wait for it to dry. Next, you wanna take semi-spheric silicone mold, add hot glue and stick your wire inside until it's dry. Later you can smooth the edges with the same hot glue gun. I made several such mushrooms, gave them a coat of gesso and then painted them. I also painted clay acorns and nuts. I thought that tops of the acorns could also be used as vases. I had some artificial plants, so I cut little flowers and hot glued them into the tops of the acorns. I used the wire to keep flowers in place. When hot glue is dry, I remove wire. I use metallic beads and pieces of old jewelry to make the doorbell. I've made berries using UV resin and silicone molds. I've had molds for raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries. I work in layers because UV resin cures better when it's thin. I make sure to cure berries under the lamp from the other side when I take them out of the mold. I add yellow dots on strawberries using acrylic paint. Our gnome has a house and food, and I've decided to make him a little bucket full of water. I use gardening wire to make the handle. Add a lot of hot glue inside and paint blue. I use Q-tip instead of a brush to make fine waves. I've decided to add a small bird nest on the roof. I twist the sisal fiber into the shape of the nest and add watered PVA for it to dry. I simply put blobs of hot glue on my silicone mat to make eggs. I paint them and add little freckles. Finally, I hot glue them inside the nest. Now that all of our little trinkets are ready, we can start decorating the snail house. I hot glue stems onto the berries and gather the food supplies into walnut shells. I use a piece of burlap to attach the shells. I hot glue one end, put it over the snail's neck, cut the excess, and hot glue the other edge. Then I hot glue the snail's head. I attach the vases on either sides of the balcony. Using dry branches, I created additional balcony on the roof. Then I attached candle holder and painted the balcony dark brown. Wherever I had seams I didn't like, I just covered them with moss. I added mushrooms, little bushes, and some flowers. I used a walnut shell as a flower pot. Because the broom was very small, I used super glue to attach it. I also super glued the last walnut shell with gnome's provisions. To fix the doorbell, I use super glue and a little pin. I hot glue the nest by the chimney. And add the water bucket. It was too dull, so I decided to give it a dry brush of yellow. Finally, I hot glue the gnome and our miniature is ready. Now this is the final result. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and hit that notification button.